Hello there friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default. Last time, as you can see, we awakened the Earth Crystal. And that's the final crystal for us to awaken, and it also created the Holy Pillar somewhere in the world for us to find, where we can spread the blessing of light across the entire planet, and remove the Great Chasm from its place. That all sounds amazing and great, but we do have a few things that I want to take care of first and foremost, before we go out to the Holy Pillar, wherever it may be. So, I will see you out of Everlast Tower and back into Grand Ship. Alrighty, it's been a long journey, but we still have a few things to check out, so let's head on to Grand Ship.
You awakened the crystal! I'm so glad to see you're unharmed!
You did it, eh? Well done!
Well, it's not as if we had it easy here. You should have seen the hail of cannon fire! Oh, and by the way, we saw a black airship bearing southwest a short while ago.
Probably a bunch of deserters. Always happens when an enemy is vanquished.
Yup, sure does.
Well, that sounds all interesting and whatnot, but that's not our focus of today's episode. First things first, though, we are going to be taking a look at Narende Village. So, finally, we have access to level 8 compound shop with dark matter. And we got some balsams from the trader. And combat item shop items, and a spirit bone. I think for today's video, we're going to go ahead and go back to upgrading the accessory shop and getting ourselves the taunt bangle after hitting level 8. It's only 48 hours, but I want to go ahead and use all my villagers anyways. So, if we look at the bottom right of our map, we can see that we have our final destination. It's in the very bottom right corner of the world map. But that is not our focus today. Instead, I want to tackle the blue side quest to the very top left of the map. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to land in Eternia, right around here. Fortunately, you can't like land right in front of the city, even though there's no threat anymore. You gotta go past the gates and whatnot. But I'm going to go and grab that sub-scenario, as it is our final one here. And you know, it'll be nice to kind of just take a break from all of the pressure that we have felt in the past few episodes. I mean, we literally just dealt with the majority, if not the rest, of the Eternian fortresses and awakened the Earth Crystal. Our journey should hopefully be coming to an end here fairly soon. So, I'm sure that this sub-scenario will be kind of a nice little relaxing trip before we end out our adventure. But this is a pretty foreboding area here, wouldn't you say? Why not? Let's go ahead and enter inside.
It's no use. The lock won't open.
If you wish to pass this gate, seek you the 6 keystones throughout the lands.
Keystones?
Keys of stone? Stones that are keys?
Though the way is barred, 6 number the holes to be filled. I trust you can figure out the rest. The time is ripe to prove yourselves worthy. I shall say no more.
No fair! Couldn't you offer a small hint? Perhaps a name, a color, a shape?
I said I shall say no more. Now off with you. I shall await your return.
Well, that's a familiar, foreboding voice, but 6 keystones. Stones that are keys, as you would say. Okay, well, I feel like we've probably seen a few of those loitering around the world map as we've explored the entirety of Luxembourg. So yeah, this sub-scenario actually has a bit of a prerequisite. There are 6 keystones that you need to go and explore and do something there, but you also need to have killed the dragon zombie over here to the left area of Eternia. So make sure you do that before continuing this questline, otherwise you cannot finish it. Which, I mean, is nice, I guess. I mean, it gives the dragon zombie at least an extra bit of attention versus the superpowered guardian or the really cool lore bit that is the Gravemark Village. So I guess, you know, it unlocks a side quest, why not? So let's go ahead and look around real quick. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and see if we can find one of these. Hey, you look interesting. We can inspect these things. And I would say, you know, it's probably good courtesy to at least try and, you know, at least save your game before you do anything. Let's go ahead and touch one of these.
Dragon! Here it comes!
Okay, I was not expecting that. There's a giant dragon right here, Ladon. Okay, I think we'll probably be alright, right? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I think for these dragons, which I'm sure all of these keystones are being guarded by, we're gonna have to do a little bit of preparation, aren't we? So, I just want to just go ahead and show off the strength of these dragons. Because this is another point similar to the Behemoth where I would suggest you do a teeny bit of grinding. Not too much, but a little bit. And we've actually already done a good amount of what I want to do. So let's go ahead and land in Eternia and make some battle plans. So when discussing these dragon enemies, most of their attacks, if not all of them, are physical focused. As we saw with that dragon utilizing Megaton Press, that was an AoE physical attack that had a chance of inflicting paralysis. I have a plan that utilizes a fairly similar strategy to what we did with the Behemoth, which is utilizing the Utsusemi and Transience strategies, but I'm actually going to add a second tier to that plan, and that is going to be leveling up everyone except for Agnes to level 4 Red Mage to obtain turntables, as you can see right here, level 4. Turntables, just real quick for people who don't remember, turntables raises BP by 1 when evading an enemy attack. So that would allow us to utilize Transience and Utsusemi to obtain 1 extra BP every single time we dodged an attack. So I think it'd probably be best if we swapped over to Red Mage on everyone and learned that ability. Agnes is drop level 11, just Charm Immunity, I mean that's okay. But I think for right now, I'm gonna actually have her on Red Mage as well, because I want her to learn... Actually, no, I'll have her on Time Mage, so she can start leveling up Time Mage a little bit more as well. My general strategy here is I'm going to equip Two-Handed on my 3 Red Mages, and just have them mow down some enemies. Now, there are some enemies here in Eternia, right in front of Eternia, actually, that are really good for grinding, especially at the daytime. So we'll be looking into doing that. So let's grab Two-Handed. There we go. Now we just give them something to use. The Giant Axe will be perfect. Excalibur, the Rune Blade doesn't really matter. And then, yeah. Okay, so then Idia, Ring-a-Bell, and Tiz need to hit job level 4 on Red Mage. And if Agnes can get anything else, that's perfectly fine too. In my personal opinion, probably the best place to grind at this current point, at least for what I'm trying to do, would be right in front of Eternia. Not because of these fungus enemies, but because there are some plant-based enemies that, you know, aren't fungi, that are really good for EXP. So that group of enemies gave us roughly 1500 EXP and 136 JP, which is pretty good. That's almost exactly what I want. Just one more fight, probably. If you are a little worried about your HP and whatnot, you can go ahead and equip high defense items or star pendants, especially for the enemy I'm trying to look for. They do have poison-based attacks, so if that worries you, then equip some star pendants. If you've been following along, you should have 4 star pendants like I do. Under 2. I don't think that'll be enough. Just barely not. Okay, one more fight. Well, that one didn't go nearly as planned as you can see. Well, at least Idia's done. She gets turntables. I guess I'll swap her over to something else. And there we go. Now the lads have caught up. Under 2 JP. Unfortunately, Tiz is now really behind in EXP, especially compared to Anya's. Holy crap. But hey, at least we got what I wanted. So the idea is going to be utilizing ninjutsu as either your main or sub job command, and then having turntables as one of your abilities. Now, I am going to be equipping transients on my main attackers. Now, to be fair, transients does not work with group-wide attacks, as we saw with the Behemoth, but in case there are some single-target attacks, it'll definitely come in handy. So let's go ahead and just equip turntables on everyone, so that they can effectively do what they need to do. Tiz, I don't think I'm going to equip transients on him. I'm also going to be utilizing this time to level up jobs that I want to. Idia, I still want to be on Ninja, as I still want her to be getting more job levels with this job. But on Yes, I'll be working on Time Mage, Ringabel, Spirit Master, and Tiz Pirate, at least for the meantime. I am incredibly underleveled for this, so it's going to be a bit of a journey. But fortune favors the bold, yeah? Let's try again. Yeah, Tiz. I know it's a dragon, but don't fear. So the first turn of these encounters is usually the most difficult, as this first turn we need to be able to set up both our Utsasemi and eventually set up our haste, as we don't want our buddy dragon here to lap us in terms of dealing damage. So we have to make sure that we can get at least Anya's up. Okay, everyone got up. So we might be able to make this work. So then we're going to Utsasemi again. But this time, Anya's, I'm going to have her cast Haste, and then have everyone else cast their Utsasemis. There we go, now we get the transients. Every single one of these dragons have similar stats, so you're not really going to be worrying too much about like varying abilities, well, varying base stats. All of the major differences between all of these dragons, as there are 6 of them, is that they all have different attacks. Like, they all have a bite, yes, but they all also have access to a debuff and a group-wide physical attack that does quite a bit of damage, and an eye ability that will make you weak to their specified element. So that's why I'm utilizing kind of a dodge strat here, to make sure that I can kind of just avoid pretty much anything the enemies can throw at me. There we go, there's a transient. Waiting for him to use Megaton Press, because that'll give everyone BP. There we go. Now that everyone has BP, we can actually begin to deal some extra damage. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just have Idia do one more Utsasemi and prep for the next turn, because I'm going to have Tiz do something really funny. Ring a Bell doesn't really have anything he can do. I'm just having him on Spirit Master because I want access to be able to level it up. But we're going to have Tiz lower Ladon's physical defense. There we go. Beat everyone up. There's Earth Eye. And then we're going to have Idia. There was no danger to Utsasemi, so she's free to just throw double damages at them. And then we're going to have everyone else. I'm actually going to have Anya's default, Ring a Bell default, and Tiz. Why not? Just throw another double damage out there. There we go. I'm afraid that we might see an issue here, because I'm going to have Idia default. I'm going to have Anya's re-up our haste. And then Ring a Bell. Do we have any attack items? We do. But I don't think I'm going to need it. I'll throw a Tango Yawn out there. Why not? And then Tiz is the most important one. He needs to get his Semi back. 750, that's not great. Fight, transients 86 damage. Yay! Yay, I guess. Whatever. It's something. Oh my god, 2 in a row? That's not good. Because now he might outspeed us. Oh dear. Come on. On, yes, get act. No! Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. There we go. 1 down, 5 to go. Okay, with 6,000 EXP and a lot of JP, especially since we got the Unscathed bonus. So, we all get level ups, and a few job level ups as well. Anyas learned Save Time Magic MP, and Ring-a-Bell learned Stillness. And thus begins our long trek around Luxembourg to find these stone keys to get inside Vampire Castle. I'm not going to mince words, this is going to be a long journey for me, but guess what? Luckily for you, you have the power of me editing. So, I will see you back for whenever I have dealt with all of these dragons, and I hope you enjoy my pain and suffering.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my goodness, okay. Woohoo! That one went way better. Awesome. Decent damage here. There's the bite with the transients. Hey, she did more than 100 damage. Congratulations. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, that enemy? Ooh. Oh shit! Easy peasy. Totally not totally not going through like 3 pairs of pants already. Almost everyone. We did it. Why not? We'll do the defense down. See how Performer Ring of the heals him because he's no, it healed him. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. So yeah, at least that one hit the weak point. You know, I kind of want to use that Ring-a-Bell special move, but I actually have to re-equip a different item. Let's just put the freaking Mithril Sword on him. And well, it's a semi, and then let him hack and slash. This won't drain, right? No, it will. What? Hey, Ring-a-Bell, you're retired from doing damage the rest of the game. How about that? Good job, idiot. It's so pitiful. Oh my goodness. There we go. That was probably the cleanest run I had. That was even an unscathed one. Let's go. So I just want to real quick say I set aside about 3 hours to record this episode, taking down these dragons, and I've had a lot of trial and error. Unfortunately, I didn't record a lot of it, but I had a lot of trial and error, and I've actually almost used up my entire 3 hours. And also, we got our accessories shop completed in the time it's taken me to do a few of these bosses. Let's go the 1 damage. Why not ring a bell? See if you can have a redemption arc here. Okay, he can actually damage this one, which is nice to know. Tis his time. And that's the death. That was really clean as well. That was another unscathed, I believe. Yep. Job level 11 with Idia, but first things first, ring a bell, gain job level, learn buff up, that's fine. Idia gain job level, learn dual wield support ability. That'll be pretty useful if she's not on ninja anymore. Anya's gained a job level, learn time magic level 5. We can actually go back and buy that magic now. And Tiz, unfortunately, did not get any extra levels. Sad.
We won.
You have defeated my guardian. Very well. I shall grant you the Wind Keystone.
All right! We have them all now! Let's return to Vampire Castle with haste!
Okay. I think we'll follow up with Tiz there. I'm going to heal up, reset my stats, and then I'll see you at Vampire Castle. But before we head back to Vampire Castle proper, I do want to take a quick stop at the Eternian's shop to purchase a few extra things. First things first, I want to purchase the level 5 Time Magic stuff and the level 5 White Magic stuff. That way, it's not messing up my inventory. It looked a little weird not having that magic on there. I will eventually go back for the level 3 Time Magic that I haven't gotten yet, but for right now, we don't need that, so no need for it. And here we are. Let's see what Lord De Rosso has in store for us here.
Did you hear that sound? I believe the gate is finally unlocked.
That was anticlimactic. He could have at least included a flash, a bang, or a puff of smoke.
Let's head in before Ringabel has a chance to flap his gums again.
You know, for once, Idia, I actually disagree with you. I think this is a perfectly good time to stop and chill and relax for a little bit. So, next time on Bravely Default, we're going to be heading into this foreboding, mysterious vampire castle and seeing what lies ahead in it for us. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.